The series of baskets that I've been working on, which have the core of the basket missing, is called Alive. And so they're from a group of work that I've been working on over the past couple of years, which is about acknowledging the time, the unknown, the dark times, the missing stories, the missing pieces, and the time that myself has gone through growing up without knowing our weaving practices. So I want to acknowledge that time and create that void of space and the presence of missing but coming back to life. So it's about acknowledging that time and then acknowledging the revival of our weaving practices. So the center of the core is the most important part of the basket, and that's where you start a coiled basket, from that center. So I've started my basket by acknowledging that time that's missing, and then I go on to coil. And the coiling technique and the embellishments on these baskets are inspired by baskets that are in the museum collections, which have been created during the mission times at Mayora Mission, which we now call Mungalba. And so these baskets are really embellished, and the baskets that are in the museum collections, they have these beautiful woven string elements, and I love looking at them because I feel like I can see the personality of our granny who made them, putting their own touch on the baskets, and I think that's like really special and shows a strong sense of resilience to create something so beautiful and personal in such a dark time of history. And so I find these baskets really inspiring, and so I wanted to acknowledge them in these baskets that I'm bringing to life, with that core missing, telling those stories. And the materials that I've used in the basket are a mixture of traditional and contemporary materials, so both natural and synthetic, ghost net recycled fibres. So there's also unge, which is our traditional weaving fibre, and that's in the handle, so that is holding the basket, so holding the story. There's raffia, which is a natural material, but not from my country. There's lamandra, which is harvested from Quandamooka country. And then there's also the ghost nets, which have been washed up on the shores of Minjerribah. So I've woven these all together and placed the yugari shells around the outside, which are a really special food source to our people, and hanging from the basket, bringing the basket out of the wall even more, and sharing and telling that story of the basket coming to life is the pandanus fibres, which fringe the edge of the basket, and they're a strong food source, and also a native plant that lines the shores of our coastal country.